Hello and welcome to a new fresh episode of Trash Tuesday. It's a little bit crazy today. Dare I say there's some after dark energy in the room? Because we've been amongst each other and we're a little too comfortable.
We've all reached the same cycle.
I've had a couple.
Wait till we stand up. It's going to be real bloody on this couch.
Well, I'm ovulating, baby.
Shoot him into my mouth.
Wait, is that why I feel like you really need to be a lesbian? Because I'm like, I think you have sperm to give me.
Yeah, I do.
And you're drunk?
I keep it in my cheek.
I've been drinking the Simply Spiked. Who took my mango peach away?
The police.
The shower police.
My father.
Like,
My Spanish father. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Trash Tuesday today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Trash Tuesday.
Order your THC products from Mood today. For 20% off your first order and free gummies, go to hellomood.com and use promo code Trash Tuesday. That's hellomood.com, promo code Trash Tuesday for 20% off your order and free gummies.
Hi, slugs. It's August. We're all slugs. I'm wearing glasses in hot pink, and I am a stand-up comedian. And you can see me this month in Oxnard, and then I will be in DC, Boston, Madison, Wisconsin, San Diego, Detroit, Chicago, San Jose, Irvine. Get tickets at estheronice.com. Mwah.
Hey, Sluggies. Happy Tuesday. You can see me in Philadelphia, August 11th and 12th. I'll be in Calgary, August 27th at the Great Outdoors Comedy Festival with Andrew Schultz. I'm going to be in San Francisco at Cobb's on September 15th and 16th, Austin, Texas in October. I also have a bunch of dates that have not gone up yet. You can go to annieletterman.com/shows. They will be there now.
How's everybody feeling today?
I feel good.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel
Can I tell you guys something?
I inhaled really hard for no reason.
Okay, I want to tell you something I did this weekend.
What?
Or this week. I went to a Dodgers game.
Hell yeah, Annie! Oh, don't you
It was so fun. We're going to have to take her.
Oh no, I'm gonna.
It was so fun.
Dodger games are it.
It was
Esther.
so fun.
Thank you, Annie.
I had a blast, and I figured out how to smuggle mushrooms in. Okay,
Because you know how they have you can only bring in clear
a
bags.
clear bag. They go through your stuff.
Yeah, you cannot bring in purses or anything.
I was wearing a swimsuit top, and you know how they have the hole for the padding to go in? You just put them in that.
Wait, do you eat mushrooms like that, just dry, not even candy?
These ones were in, I love how you think it can only be dry or candy, in the capsules.
Oh.
I had them in capsules.
I will say that I was at a party recently and people on mushrooms are so much more fun than drunk people. A man just came up to me and was like, he came up to me and Dave and was like, hey, I just want to introduce myself. We found out he's on mushrooms, of course, but I'm like, I love this. People want to be my friend when they're on severe drugs.
You think
hallucinating.
so when you're on shrooms, like it makes you more social?
It must.
It depends. The thing with shrooms is it really depends on the dose. You never really know. It's hard. I didn't end up taking the mushrooms. I just had it completely just there for the game.
Sober?
Yeah, I was completely sober. I went with my friend Mike O'Dare and his girlfriend Rosie, Josh Potter and his lady friend Lauren, and Todd.
Was there any good food?
We got a helmet full of nachos.
Okay,
yeah.
That's good.
Tell me how you feel about this.
Garlic fries.
We waited in line. We got the wrong line with the senile woman. It was like the most, I have never seen anyone take longer in a line in my entire life. Every line was like, it would be like, people would come like 55 minutes after me and they were going, I watched most of the game. Like my neck hurts from looking up at the screen, watching the game. I mean, it was wild how long it took. And then we get up there and we hadn't discussed this yet. Todd goes, by the way, Todd will be with me in every line. Like I'm not going alone. It's either Todd's alone or I'm with him, and I prefer to be with him. Together, we will miss this game. But we're waiting in line, and we get the helmet of nachos, and he goes, "Do you want chili on it?" And I went, "Absolutely not, just cheese." And he goes, come on, we waited all this time for the chili. So I go, okay. The firea I had this morning, I was like, Todd, you did this to me? You did this to me? I was burning. It was rancid. It was like, you did this to me.
Wait, you call it firea?
I wish I coined the term, but I've had so much experience with hot lava diarrhea pouring out of my ass that I've known of firea for a long time. I was bideting so hard at my ass. Like I was like, I'm just gonna do it at the same time while it's coming out. So it was like good and evil meeting. It was horrific.
Oh my God, when I worked at Johnny Rockets and we would make chili.
You'd shoot some Johnny Rockets out?
No. We would make chili cheese fries. I gotta say, chili and like nachos or fries is so good.
But nacho cheese for me is so pure. Like just nachos with just the like I will take gas station nachos over going to a restaurant and having them.
Respect.
I want it to be as cheese whizzy as possible.
Not cheese whizzy, but just that liquid.
Yes,
you get at the community pool, at the movie theater.
Yes.
You're purist.
Yes, the places where you're definitely going to get it wet accidentally. Like nasty, like, where you're not supposed to be eating for a half hour. And
is that a myth, by the way? Like
you're the swimmer. You're asking us.
Nothing's ever happened to me.
Oh my God! The swimmer just asked her. What does she know?
This is abuse.
She's been taking a break, a cramp break, her entire life from swimming.
Okay, so I've always eaten large meals. Like when we go on like island hopping, big meals, jump straight into the water. Nothing has ever happened.
Say island hopping like it's a normal thing. Everyone does.
I grew up doing that because there's 7,000 islands where I'm from. That's all you can do. It's like hop on.
And we haven't been invited to one.
Wait, can we? If just whatever, like fantasy. Renting out the community pool in Skokie, and then you teach me how to swim.
Did no one else think can we go to the cool Philippines?
Yeah,
great
I thought she was
She's like,
say
can
that.
we rent out?
Community.
Did you ever do anything like bad when you were a teenager? Did you break rules and stuff?
Nothing.
There was a sex tape. There was a sex tape. But
there was a sex tape, but is that really breaking a rule except the law? But
the child pornography law, the number one law.
I did some really high risk like behavior. Like I had some problems. I would hitch rides.
Oh yeah.
All the time, wearing like I'm like, now that I'm like, oh my God, if my daughter did this, I would be having panic attacks every day.
That's so 1970s of you, because my mom has talked about being in situations where she had to in her younger years like leave a date because the man was being inappropriate, and the only option then was to hitchhike home. Like you could have been killed. I can't believe you did
That's how bad the date was. She's like, I might get murdered, but I can't be here.
It was with my dad. That's
like, because sometimes I had an MTA bus pass. And sometimes I would miss the bus, and I'm like, oh shit, the bus doesn't come for another 20 minutes. And I would just like hitch a ride, and it's always dudes that stop. And my body was delivered safely and in one piece. But like, I must have done that like at least 25 times.
Well, because also you're molested. So you're doing higher risk behavior constantly, because you're like, isn't this normal? This is normal to be constantly almost dying. We used to get like fully naked in the car. We thought it was like funny to be naked going through toll booths.
Oh, like with your friends?
Yeah, it would be just a group of like guys and girls just fully naked.
That sounds
through
fun.
a toll booth.
Wait, what are other like rule breaking things?
Well, the thing I was thinking about, this is a little more innocent, but we would always like go into the pool when it was closed. We would like hop into the pool.
That's my dream.
It was really fun. I loved night meets. Night swim team meets were the best. Being in a pool in the dark is like the best.
Oh,
ever.
that sounds so fun. I've dreamt of climbing over that gate and going in that closed
and watching
pool.
everyone else swim. And being in she broke in to go to the kiddie pool.
I have a very specific type of nighttime pool trauma that I don't think anyone can relate to unless like you grow up in the Philippines. But when they would turn on the lights at Abelianas, where we used to swim at night, it would attract all of these bugs and these giant flying ants, and they would all swarm into the pool. So one of my weird little
That'd be so funny if
is,
the first time she went into the pool that happened to her.
and we would all have to, like, the bugs would then find their way underneath our lycra suit and they would bite us. So we had a lot of like bug bites all over our body.
To have something biting you that's under the surface, that is...
Yeah. And it's not like we could stop and be like, hey, there's bugs in my suit. Like, you just had to keep going. And it's such a weird, specific thing.
Can I just say,
you
have really sexy hands.
I do. I know.
You know?
Finally, she knows something.
No, like Korean women have stopped me my whole life and have been like, omomo. Like, they always want to stop and see.
And I noticed that, I don't know if I've said this before on here, but when I was in a scene with Margot Robbie on Dollface, the first thing I noticed about Margot Robbie was her hands were so sexy.
I can't believe you got near Margot Robbie.
I know.
They allowed you near her?
And you have...
Was security like right behind the camera?
like this looking at me.
How tall is she?
I think she's like average hot girl height, like probably like 5'7"ish. I think we can Google that, but I remember 5'7", 5'8", maybe. Was the vibe
she was 5'2". She was so tall.
She was really.
I think that you're attracted to my hands at the moment because my nails are cut really short.
It's very masculine. It's like a sexy woman.
Yeah,
man
they're you want to be
Todd's
fingered
hands.
by these.
I actually just want to look at them. I think I have a hand fetish.
I do too for men. I do. I really do. I look at men's hands all the time.
You're out of the running again. You're not doing nails for a while?
These are so bad right now.
Are you not doing nails?
I just ripped my nails off and then was like, I hate sitting in the salon or whatever and getting them done.
It's so painful.
That I'm like, maybe I'm taking a beat. But I will say, if I do get nails, if you see me with nails, what I really want to go back to getting matte nude. Yeah. So I feel a little bit like a robot alien. I like that.
I want short again. I can't.
But then I wouldn't do nails, right? You would just do your...
Well, mine just are, I bite them and stuff if I don't have nails on them.
Oh.
You know what I just realized about myself after 38 years is it is almost impossible for me to flirt with someone I actually like. When I don't like someone, the ease at which I can flirt is like, it's incredible. Like I can look at a guy and say the wildest shit and in the most flirtatious way. Like, and it's
these
so
poor
easy
guys.
But when I...
They're like, wait, what do women do? The guys that like watch us to learn, they learn nothing. They learn nothing. They're like so confused.
No, but and so like, but if I like someone and if I'm attracted to them, I will avoid eye contact. And when they talk to me,
you're like shy.
I start to stutter, and I'm just like, I'm fully embarrassed.
Bro, literally, when I talk about the night I met Dave, the first sentence is always, "Oh, I saw a guy I thought was hot, and then I hid from him." My first I'll never forget seeing him being that guy's so cute. Have to hide. I did not want. I have the same thing. It's like,
why
where
is
did you
that?
At a random house party.
Like, what is that?
Who took you to the party?
It was me and Lauren Greenberg went.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like
does know the cool people.
It was a group. Well, I think it was Angela's party.
Okay.
But there was like a multiple birthday party.
Angela knows the cool people too.
Yeah. And not that anyone in this story is cool, me or Dave. But yeah, like that instinct to hide from someone you view as attractive. It's like, oh, I'm going to fuck it up, so I may as well not go near them, right?
I don't know if that's what it is or like being like afraid of like...
Rejection
or like, what if it works out?
I mean, maybe, but I am a fool. Like I cannot formulate sentences. I'm just like kind of stumbling over myself. I'm really awkward, kind of stiff and rigid. Won't do eye contact like at all. Like I become like just a kid almost. But so if you're a guy and I've flirted with you with ease, I don't like you.
So sorry. It's so sad for you.
It's so sad. Like if I've
there's so many like hands that are like uncuffing.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? You can wink at somebody you don't like. Like, you do so many things.
I just knew because I was friends with Todd before we were like romantic. And when I started to have a crush on him, I could not stop laughing. Like he would say stuff and I would be like doubled over, like crying, laughing. And then I was like stunting. I made him, I think I told you guys this. He said something. There was something about like, I was like, teasing him about banging his dad or something. I don't know how it got there, but I was like, who do you bang? And I was like, I don't know why it was so funny. But so then I went on his Facebook and I found a picture of his actual dad. I've never told his dad. and I had shown him this like really like ridiculous dick pic I got once. And I took the dick from the dick pic and I put it on Todd and I photoshopped him like penetrating his father. And I sent it to him like 100 times in a row.
You are supposed to be with a guy who has lizards. I just want you to know you're in the right place.
I'm a skink mother now, guys. The skink loves me. They resonate with my gravelly voice.
You are in the right place.
I have my voice sounds like their skin look. They love me. They love me.
Oh God.
But, yep. I
That's
just sent
so
that.
funny to me how you just, I mean, that any other person would have been like, what is this girl doing? But
He
that
was
is
like, I can't tell if she likes me. And then he was like, his friends were like, she likes you. She just sent you like 100. I like
honestly
Photoshopped.
though, like if you had done that to me, like when we first, nothing would be funnier to me. Like that's exactly how I want people to befriend me. Like go so over the top, like obnoxiously inappropriate. And that's how I'll feel the most comfortable with you.
It's not like I'd met his dad or anything. Like I just found a picture of his dad. I just went on Facebook and found it. And I love his dad.
That's the same thing you did when I first met you.
Yeah, you are over the top.
You
want
want to see my tits?
Why was that both of our things?
Wait, that's actually so damning of me. Wait, I did that with both of you.
No, we were
In the green
tickling.
room. Yeah, you were like, you want to see my boobs?
Because I wanted to see yours.
Yeah.
And yours I just pulled out.
Yeah, it was a fast one.
I knew. I was like, I've heard of her. I know.
We have the same manager.
We're the same people. We just look a little different. Wait, I have a question, and I know my answer, but I want to know your guys's. What do you think is like the hottest profession a guy can have? Or even just one really hot one that comes to mind?
Editor.
Aww.
Is that not so helpful?
Honestly, dated one, it's great.
Literally the number one. I was like, oh my God, I got my clips. This is great.
Oh, wait. Shit.
Unlimited clips.
Fisherman. Super hot to me. Construction worker.
Yeah.
Super like
Yeah.
not basic. Like blue collar
Manly,
stuff.
blue collar.
Blue collar is really hot for me.
I want to say, I never thought this before, and it's not for the reasons that you're going to think, but a chef. Because there's something about a man that is in a hot kitchen, sweaty.
Are you talking about Carmi
Who's that?
from The Bear?
I did watch the first 30 minutes, or the first, like,
He can get it.
Yes.
Carmi can get it in all directions in every hole.
he's part of this, for sure.
He's recently divorced, that actor.
Is he?
Mhm.
He's never gonna go for me.
But also,
God.
I know, stop. Like, there's something about how focused they have to be on their art of making food. Like, they're so distracted.
And they're coke heads. I love that about
Yeah.
them.
So, but chefs are angry artists, right? Like,
Yes,
that's
brooding.
basically it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Todd and I, we have a riddle where we go, which came first, the coke or the cook? The cook or the coke, the cook or the cook? Did being attracted to coke make them chefs, or did being in the kitchen make them coke heads?
You know who the hottest chef is, though?
Who?
Anthony
Do you guys
Bourdain,
know who
Arby.
Kristen Kish is?
No.
Yes.
Oh, she is. I've never
From,
seen.
are you talking about from Top Chef?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
She is freaking
So hot.
gorgeous, and in person, even like just perfection.
How do you know every Asian that's ever existed?
Well, she did our show. I know every Asian
Because they
triad.
all do her show.
Asians all, I'm like always so like, I just know I can name drop you and meet any Asian.
Well, the LA Asian scene, I feel like, is a little bit like tighter.
It's so good too.
Yeah.
It's so
You know what's
good.
better than a name drop?
What, when you finally drop the tattoo?
But wait, there's something, I have this like weird fantasy of honestly like just a guy like Dave, like just in the kitchen, like really obsessed over his cooking, and then like
Ignoring you.
yes, and then I come in and he's like, get away, and I'm like, no, please, and then
And
there's
you know
a
what you say to
delicious
that?
meal. What?
Heard, chef, or yes, chef. That's how you
Yes.
respond to him.
Oh wait,
Would
this
you
is getting
yes chef?
hotter.
I feel like you would like a yes chef.
Yes,
would you?
chef.
Yes, chef. To
Would
say,
you be a sous chef?
yeah. Wait, what is that?
It's
You're
just
like
like-
their right hand man. They tell you what
Yes,
to do.
I have such right hand man. I could be the best at anything. You take me out. You're
Except
single.
swimming, riding a bike, yoga.
You're single. You need a wingman, honey. Oh, both of us together would kill it.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait a second. I'm not even kidding you guys. I need this to happen because
Yeah,
you've never
let's do
winged
it.
me not once.
we will hook
I've been
you
finding
up.
out. I've been going out in the wild by myself and like not getting a lot of luck.
You need us.
Yes, and we can suss them out for you.
But I need you to be like on some drugs because I'm going to be drinking.
You actually don't need us to be on drugs.
Just a little bit because then I'll be really insecure about the way I'm behaving.
We're fools.
We act like that anyway. Do you remember
you don't-
your karaoke party?
Oh, that's right.
But do you remember it?
But legally, do you remember?
Oh, no, slightly
we
blurry,
will
but
go up.
Esther going on that karaoke and singing the first 2 lines and being like, do I have to sing the whole song? Going up with so much like gusto and so into it and then getting so bored 1 second in.
But Dave just being so angry and Jenna hogging the karaoke book.
Yeah. Dave, any of my friends who are like a little bit too much like me, like Jenna or Rumi, like he gets like, he treats them like mean.
He treats all of your friends like that.
Like a little
He's
bit.
so
but
nice to me, though.
He's so nice to you. He is only ever nice to Khalyla, but he's so mean. To
I would be so triggered.
He's
If
so
he was being nice to Khalyla, I still to this
Do you
day,
not
I'll
see
never
how-
forget that walk.
Wait, do you not see
I'll never forget that walk.
when Annie got Dave, Annie made Dave laugh, and then she brought it up every day for the next 10 years.
I was literally working with Sacha Baron Cohen, like making Sacha Baron Cohen laugh, coming to her house and be like, Dave, nothing? Nothing? Nathan Fielder today laughed at my joke, not you? I'm like, do you want me to replay what they said?
You know what's going to really hurt your feelings?
He laughs.
The
at what
way
he said.
Dave greets me when he sees me. His body does this. He goes, Khalyla.
Well, because you take a lot of the heat off of him too. He's like, maybe I'll get a break from the anxiety.
I don't know.
But I
what
kind of
it
feel the
is.
same way for him. When I see him, I'm like, Dave. Like, it is so sweet to see.
There's
him.
something
I
there.
feel excited to see it too. No. He's just a guy you're excited to see. And then he slithers off into like one of my skinks into a room.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Life is hard. We've been through a lot. Things are crazy. We're getting back on track, everyone.
And sometimes in life, we're faced with tough choices,
Yes.
and the path forward isn't always clear. Whether you're dealing with decisions around your career, your relationships, or anything else, therapy helps you stay connected to what you really want while you navigate life so you can move forward with confidence and excitement.
Trusting yourself to make decisions that align with your values is like anything. The more you practice it, the easier it gets.
And if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. They have a journal feature that I love where I write down all my heavy thoughts in between my sessions and I bring up to my therapist on our next appointment. And all you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge, which I'm telling you guys is such a godsend because it's not always that easy to do.
Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Trash Tuesday today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Trash Tuesday.
Whether you're new to cannabis, like Esther,
I'm a new and old pro.
there's no denying that many of the products on the market seem iffy at best. And when you want to relax, iffy is the last way you want to feel.
Mood puts an end to guessing games. It's 100% federally legal Delta 8 and Delta 9 THC. You can have shipped straight to your door. No doctors, no waiting, just affordable, legal THC. And for a limited time, Mood is giving our listeners free Delta 9 gummies and 20% off your first order. One of my favorite things about Mood is that they have tested and tailored different strains for specific moods. So, for example, they have energized, they have creative, focused, euphoric, erotic, sleepy, chill, social, body soother. And there's plenty of versatile products that go with whatever mood you're going for. And I find that to be very helpful. And however you like to take THC, Mood has you covered. It's great for both beginner and veteran users, and they have great tasting gummies, classic flower, convenient pre-rolls, and so much more.
All of their products are regularly third-party tested in DEA-registered labs, and they're sourced from small family farms and grown organically.
Ready for a good time without the guesswork? Order your THC products from Mood today. And for 20% off your first order and free gummies, go to HelloMood.com and use promo code TRASHTuesday. That's HelloMood.com, promo code TRASHTuesday for 20% off your order and free gummies.
Bro, the foolishness.
What is the bro thing?
No, because I'm like broing down
No, but
now.
something
No,
happened.
no.
There's been a shift.
I'm broing down at the
Can I tell you what it is? It's Simply Spiked. It's bringing her bro out.
Can you imagine though, you and me at a party or at a bar, we cause like, oh, that guy's kind of cute.
Do you want me to know why I can't?
What?
Because you would leave the second it started getting fun.
No, that's not.
No. I had
right.
5 minutes with
If
her at
Dave-
Whitney's party. I had 5 minutes with her. It reignited our friendship. 5 minutes.
We do it at night where Dave's at a casino, and then you have me all night.
Yeah.
You and I, Khalyla goes, oh, that guy over there is cute. You and I go right up to him. We fucking go, hey, bro. We talk to him.
We go, hey, bro. Are we wearing backwards hats? We got our pants down below our ass. We're like, hey, bro. You like Eminem? We just start rapping.
You will be fucking in 10 minutes.
Do we have a dance before we go up?
Are you both wearing Timbs?
We flash mob them. We've gone from flashers to flash mobbers.
And then guess what happens?
He cringes so hard he runs into her.
Exactly. And then they're like, look at those buffoons over there. They're laughing. They're
and
getting
then we
horny.
part. We spread. And then this gorgeous goddess walks in. She's wearing her outfit from her karaoke.
Okay, but what about if you don't agree with who I find attractive?
Then
We don't care.
It's not going to happen.
No, we don't care.
You
None
are
of
a
us-
trash friend.
None of us will ever be attracted to the same person.
But what if he's like, I can be an uggo chaser sometimes.
No, there's no ugly. There's no ugly.
That's true, but I mean, sometimes I go.
There's vibes.
Well,
if I
when
know
they
you're
go
not gonna
high, I
like
go
me-
low.
If I
I go real low.
She walks in on her knees, mouth wide open, agape. If I think you're not gonna, if you're drinking and I think you're off, I'll help you.
No.
Okay, what would you say though? Because I've done this before. I
would before I help you seal the deal, I would make sure. I would go, are you sure I'm seeing these things? There's a tick. He's got a tick.
But I like that stuff. Tourette's? Sign me up,
My twin
baby.
brother
Yeah.
has Tourette's.
Who
I
doesn't
don't
like a
brag.
bobblehead?
Max, did I tell you my brother's Tourette's were like the what's up?
Really?
You're like,
He must get along with most men.
they're like, okay, dude, we said hi. Okay, hello.
I've done this. I was in Barcelona, and I was partying, and I was dancing with
I want
this
a
guy.
Barcelona when you say it like that.
Barcelona.
Why is it when it's said appropriately from someone that's not from there? It's
I was in Barca. Better.
farce.
Barca. And I was dancing with my friends, and this guy came up behind me, but I knew that I had drank a good amount of alcohol at this point. So what I did was I went to my friend who I knew had drank the least, and I dragged this boy's head. Like I was like, is he ugly? I assumed he didn't speak English for some reason. He just didn't look like a guy that spoke English. I was like, is he ugly? And she was like, She's like, no. She's like, no, he's really cute. He's really cute. And so I started making out with him, like on the dance floor, right?
Talk about, can you imagine if a guy said that? Like,
Well, I grabbed her head, pulled her by the hair.
is she ugly?
By the way, she's wet as hell for some reason. I don't know why she's so into this.
But I was like, is he ugly? And so we started making out. And then afterwards, like the party ended, we go out to we head out. And then he was like, in English, he was like, where are you going after this? So he understood the whole transaction and was fine with it. His name's Adam. Turns out he's from Morocco. We're still friends to this day. Never hooked up since. But I was so embarrassed that I had like audibly, really out loud, been like, is he ugly? Because he's ugly. I won't kiss him. Tell me he's fucking ugly or not. Like I was saying it out loud. But he didn't. He was just like, he thought it was funny. He was like, oh, this is pretty funny.
It actually is really funny and charming. That's hot.
Well, if she had been like, he's hideous, it would have been different.
And then my friend stepped on a piece of glass and her foot exploded in blood, and it was like a whole thing.
That's always so annoying when your friend gets like a serious injury.
I know,
You're like,
like, what
oh
the
my
hell?
God, the night's over. Or it's just begun, this part. Like, oh, we're about to be in bright lights. Like, oh, oh my God, are you kidding me? And you're like, it's so serious. You're like, oh my God. Like, does anyone have super glue?
Bobby, he was actually really hot.
And it's like no one's fault. You're like, oh my God.
You can't even get mad at someone.
There's no one to be mad at. You're just like, oh my God, I'm about to have such a migraine.
And then he wrote me a postcard for my birthday from Morocco.
These guys you think are still your friends are really still holding out.
No, this was in 2013. This was a long time ago, 10 years ago. They're not holding out anymore. He doesn't talk to me anymore.
He just sends you postcards.
I did see he's in the States somewhere, though. I gotta go find my
get him.
dance floor daddy.
Wait, can I tell you guys a DM that we got on our Trash Tuesday account?
Yeah.
I've been propositioned by a guy at the gym to bang his wife while he watches. Immediately my mind went to, I wonder what Annie, Esther, and Khalyla would make of the situation. I'm so curious for their thoughts and opinions. And this is from a guy.
Getting hit on the gym is always such a thing. I'm always like, I just wanted to work out.
But can you believe that? Like, hey, this guy walks up to this other guy, is like, will you fuck my wife?
Oh, it's a guy.
Yeah, it's guy on guy. A guy is saying, hey,
Oh, I thought
will
it was
you
a girl.
fuck my wife.
Oh, so he's a cuck then. It's different because I'm not a guy. Like, I just don't know.
Would you do it, you think?
If I was, most guys would.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
It seems like so dicey to
If she
walk
was
in.
hot, if she was a hot chick, he.
Yeah, you should be like, bro. He like grabs her hair.
Is she ugly?
What does this bitch look like? I'm on steroids.
My dick don't work. Can you fuck her?
But here's the thing. That's your gym. That's a place you go to a lot. Like you can't like.
You cannot.
You can't shit where you live.
sleep. Yeah.
You can't shit where you live.
Valid. Yeah.
It's just not. I say no. I don't like that. I used to a lot when I was single on the road get approached in the middle states. I would always get approached by couples and like sent DMs of like women, and I'm like, I don't want this.
Yeah.
I'm not interested. Enjoy your relationship, and
The worst.
I'm not a unicorn.
Exactly. So I think that most girls, at least for me, if I know someone is trying to unicorn me, I couldn't run faster in the opposite direction. I think that's one of the worst feelings. Okay, so my Hinge and my Raya are both set to girls only at the moment, just because I can meet the boys in the wild, whatever. And especially on Hinge, when the girl is bisexual and you're like, oh, she's really cute. And maybe you're like, oh, you want to like, hit like or whatever. And then she posts a picture of obviously her significant other on there. And you're just like, ew. Like you're just so icked out by the guy that you immediately just like X out of the profile immediately.
Yeah, I can only speak personally. I'm not into it, but I can see other people thinking it's like, exciting and thrilling. And I know people that like it.
But that's why they're called unicorns, because it is really so rare to have a girl like be really into that idea of being like the third.
Wait, speaking of being the third, there actually was a message about this. Wait, hold on.
But also, if you do it, write us back.
Wait, actually, I need a second.
It's just you have to go back there again. What, are you going to switch gyms? How long's your membership for? They're hard to get out of. Crunch.
See, I wouldn't, if I was that guy being propositioned to have sex with that other guy's wife, like, there's something about him watching that it's like, is this really worth it? Being watched is.
I would
I'm a
rather
watcher.
them be there than doing it like.
I can relate to the voyeur part of it, the watching part of it. So like I would love, okay, this is the only way I can be unicorned. If like I know a really established couple that I find
In the
both-
business, established in the business.
yeah. If I find the girl and the guy attractive and they're just looking for someone to watch them, I'm the watcher. I'm the girl to ask. Like I love watching
I would. Watch
I would do
hot
that too.
people.
I would watch people bang.
all day. I'd be like,
I
I
requested.
in fact, this I will not make out with any of them, engage sexually, but I kind of just want to be like the helper.
I don't need to help. I would sit
Same.
right there.
Yeah, I will watch. I'll watch anyone have sex. Hit me
Yeah.
up. I'll watch.
Literally anyone.
Okay, same. Thank you. This is really relieving for me to know. I thought I was like, wait, there's something wrong with me because I always.
Oh no,
like,
there's something wrong with all of us. That's all. We're
How
all
we found each other.
very fucked up. That's why we have a podcast together and people watch it because we're strange. Okay, here's what the third one, whatever. Okay, this guy sent in. I was in a polyamory for 8 months, and the third only said she loved my wife in more of a platonic way, but only to me. So he confided in her. The third told him that she doesn't love the wife more than platonically. She was really only in it for me, as we had flirted for a few months before my wife sought her out after she saw a spicy Insta
bitch.
story she put up and asked me, do you want to fuck? If I wrote those 8 months as a script, it would be a hit Netflix show, but everyone would hate us for our flaws. Well, that's why I think any trio, like sexually, that's so sketchy because look, they're already, these two are.
Can I just say I'm only into platonically? As this threesome.
I kind of knew.
I feel like the only way that would work is if there was like a girl code. The girls would have to almost like each other a little bit more than they like the guy.
And she approached him first. Like that's
A little sus.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Oh, wait, here's another. I guess we're just in gossip corner. Is that okay?
Yep.
Because people are just sending stuff. I have juicy gossip. Basically, one of my brother's friends, girlfriends, who I don't really like, told me that she went to a friend's bachelorette and they all changed in the bride's house in her room. And weeks later, the bride found women's underwear and no one claimed them. Brother's friend's girlfriend said she claimed they were hers to make her feel better. Like, she straight up lied, and the now husband is cheating, and she's just not going to say anything.
Wait, I don't understand.
Okay, so they went to this girl's house, into her room. They all changed. And then this girl found underwear, and it wasn't anyone's underwear.
Oh.
So it was from another time with another girl, but the girl just like lied and said it was hers to try to like take one for the team or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's not taking one for the team.
Yeah, it's kind of not.
I mean, maybe this girl's annoying and she didn't want to hear her complain about her cheating husband or something. Maybe it was for herself.
It was just to keep.
She was like, I don't want to deal with this.
Wait,
no,
this
I
one?
know. That's weird. Yeah.
This one is more Trash Tuesday. Like, I had sex with my husband in our bed with the windows open and saw a guy standing in front of his garage across the street, clearly watching and trying to be sneaky. I said nothing and let him watch.
Cute.
Yeah, that's something.
But you live there too, so enjoy that for the rest of your life.
Right, but I'm also so down for that, kind of.
Yep.
I don't know.
I love hearing people have sex the next room over at a hotel.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing turns me on more.
Yeah.
Hearing it or having it?
Hearing it, like if I hear them like, oh, they're fucking. Oh, I'm like,
yeah, it's one of the perks of a hotel.
Auditory, right? Like you get to imagine anything you want in your head. Now you just get the audio of it.
So I have a question. So there's a guy in my apartment complex who trains people in his garage, and his garage is 2 garages away from mine. And Todd's office looks directly into it. And I'm always like, my trainer's always like out of town and stuff. So I'm always, every time I see him, I'm like, how much do you charge? You know, I'm like, and I never go with him because I was like, well, I was talking to Todd. I was like, I think it's like hot for Todd to be like looking down on me while I'm getting trained by another guy. And then that's one. And then 2, it's just the convenience of it. It's like right there. You know? But then Todd's like, yeah, but when you don't want to work out with him, it's right there. Like, you're not going to be able to avoid him when you no longer want to.
That is so solid of a point. Like,
so
it's so true. You have to be so careful about like any kind of relationships of any type, like with your neighbors or anything.
That will ruin your peace.
Yeah.
Will ruin your comfort and peace in your own home.
Yeah. Like my neighbor is like a famous blogger in a different country. Like, she's like in whatever, but she lives next to me.
A lot of blogs about an annoying girl.
Well, like,
she upside down pineapple lady?
No, it's someone else. But like, and she's this like gorgeous, whatever. She's like this gorgeous blonde Swedish woman, and I've always fantasized about like, oh my god, like the gorgeous blonde next door, like we should be friends. But I'm like, no, I don't want her to know who I am. I don't want any social media, anything, because it's like so scary, like how that could go wrong.
Well, Todd's like that because I'm so chatty with everyone. Todd's like, we have to, in this new place, like not do this because it can just backfire. He's like, you want it to just be like and then we had these new neighbors move in. And, you know, I got a little friendly, just a little bit. It was the cluster headache time. So I was at home just kind of like, you know. And they moved in. And then I thought this would be my nightmare. Like 3 months after they moved in, the guy was like, hey, I just didn't want to be weird, but I'm like a big fan of yours. And now I'm like, I'm into it.
Oh, I see.
I like it.
What do you like about it?
Just they get, you know, to live next to the star, and happy for them. But I've been starting to get like recognized, and I was like, because before I was like, I really was like, I don't want people to like know me or whatever, but there's nothing I can do about it. I live in an apartment.
I was locked out of my place a couple weeks ago, and my neighbor thought it was suspicious at first, so he was like, oh, can I help you? I'm like, yeah, no, I live here. And then because I was just like,
did you get brown girl
ratty, you know? Yeah, I got brown girl a little
like,
bit.
look at this cat burglar, this hot cat burglar.
Yeah, but he was brown too. And he's like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. I'm just waiting for the locksmith. But then he brought out beers for me. He was like, here, have this. And he brought out a water. Peach? He brought a Simply Spiked Peach. I was like, thank you so much. It was really sweet. But I think that was like as neighborly. That's
If you banged him, that's the problem. If you like hooked up, they're like, oh God. Have you ever hooked up with a neighbor?
Never.
No.
And in fact, when I hear that, I'm just like, that sounds like such a crazy, like, hot person's life that I don't have.
Yeah, I've never either. Have you?
Like my neighbor when I was a kid. That was the best though. Oh my God, I was so obsessed with him.
Wait, really?
He was so hot. And we would just like, yeah, we would just like hook up. Like it was his dad's house, so he was there every other weekend. And I would just be like, it's funny, until my parents sold the house, even though it was like years later, I would always look at his house to see if the lights were on, to see if he was there. Because I was so into him.
Did that ever become like a problem, like a backfire situation? Maybe for him?
He hooked up with one of my friends. And that was cool.
Oh.
That hurt my feelings.
That's a big backfire.
And how did you like see them?
Yeah, he met her through me. I was like, oh, we hook up. But I never was willing to like piss on my men. I was always like so afraid of like being like, you're mine, I want you to be my guy, like, and then have them say no. So I would always be like, whatever, it's fine. And then I was like so
Aww.
upset.
That's hard.
But he'd walk by, I'd tink on the window with a knife. His dad was like, are you being serious? I'm like, no, I'm just fucking with him. His dad was like, is your daughter like threatening my son? No, he's still my friend. He tried to pull the thing with me though more recently, where once I was like with Todd and like definitely like, this is my guy. He was like, oh, I always thought we'd like, I'm like, you were shitted to me in high school, dude. He's like, yeah, but I thought we'd just like always end up together. I'm like, no. Nice try.
People say that. It's like, what does it even mean? How do you even know? So I follow a lot of like medical journals, and sometimes like they tweet out like just an image of something and they were like, guess the diagnoses. And you just like guess or whatever. But last week I came across something I'd never seen before. Usually sometimes there's an extra.
Are there people's faces in it? Is it like you're like, oh my God, I know her.
But then it's the craziest stuff, right? So it's usually like more like rare stuff. But I came across this thing called oral hair leukoplakia. And I thought of you, but I was like, wait.
Why?
It's a green hairy tongue.
Oh.
And I thought, oh my God, yours is not, just when you think yours is bad, like it could be worse. So like know that there are green hairy tongues out of there.
You love it.
My tongue, it speaks its own language.
You gave yourself a little lisp when you said that too.
It's an expressive tongue. I don't know. People like to talk about the colors that it holds. Specifically, Rick gives me a hard time about my tongue.
Of your tie-dye tongue?
Yeah.
I like that there's like a Wordle for like nerd nurses.
Yeah, I guess.
Is it a competition?
No, it's not, because like I don't know 99%.
Do you only get like 5 guesses?
Of the stuff on there, because they just give you a picture and then you see all the doctors like putting in their guesses. Like I'm not a doctor, but I like to learn like what they are, especially if they're like super rare things.
Is there a cure for a hairy green tongue?
Yeah, it probably has to.
Asking for a co-host.
I assume it's something, like candida related. Like someone who's like
language.
like immunosuppressed. Yeah.
I actually do have a question in Medical Corner, which is, lately I've been having like a metallic taste in my mouth. What is that about?
Could be anything. Are you on
flossing?
Are you taking Lunesta or any type of sleep aids?
No, but I did kind of like mess up a little bit with my Lexapro, and I kind of missed a few days more than I should have.
You're like tasting regular again. Things just do taste metal.
And then I got back on it. Is that probably what's causing it?
This definitely wasn't the picture. The one I saw was really hairy. I don't know, Esther. There's a lot of things that cause a metallic taste in your mouth.
Really?
But a lot of times it is medications, though.
So how worried should I be?
Not too worried.
Okay.
Just, get your Lexapro, dosage. Like...
I'm not wanting to see this.
Hairy tongues.
Annie, do you have any symptoms you want to run by Khalyla while we have her in the doctor's
You guys,
corner?
I am not I'm not the person, but go ahead, Annie.
I don't have any current symptoms, but I think I've brought this up to you before. When I would eat a lot of pastries, my discharge was bleaching my underwear and bleaching holes in it.
Oh my God, that's so interesting.
It was getting acidic.
I want to know why.
This was when I was living in Brooklyn, and it was the only thing I changed, because I have always kind of had a pretty healthy diet, but I had I had just decided, okay, in the morning I do eat sugary pastries. And then when I started doing it, my underwear was getting I thought something was happening in the wash. And then I realized it was my discharge was so acidic that it was bleaching.
Oh my God. That is so wild.
And then when I stopped eating the pastries, it stopped happening.
What kind of pastries? Were they good?
And did your asshole get bleach from it too?
Never. Unfortunately, no. Still in full blackface.
I just saw...
It actually looks a lot like that tongue.
Funny you should say full blackface. I just saw a video, I went through my spank bank and there's a video of me in reverse cowgirl, and my God, is my asshole dark, you guys. There is no, I mean, it's beautiful. I'm a brown girl. Of course, my asshole's dark, but
Well, I don't know if you have to be brown. But,
yeah, I think actually that's an advantage you have, that it looks more.
It's it ombres in a little.
Yeah. There's a little too much contrast on the white girls.
It's just,
Sometimes I'd give it my hair a little fade back there to kind of blend it.
Well, I shouldn't talk about this. I keep talking about my pussy every episode. I won't do it anymore.
I have a question for you guys. Based on what Khalyla said last episode, you said something that you don't like possessive men. Mm-hmm. So is all that 50 Shades of Grey mythology that every woman was obsessed with it, is that a fake fantasy? Or is it real?
He was not really possessive as much as he wanted to engage in some type of BDSM stuff, right?
That's dominating.
But it's almost like role playing. He's not actually monitoring, that's how you say it, monitoring.
That was better.
Yeah, he's not monitoring her whereabouts, who she's friends with, whether or not she picks up the phone.
Oh my God, somebody loves.
Wait, Andre.
Was he in the movie?
Andre's went home and yelled at his wife and got in trouble. I watched it.
So basically she was under his total control.
Yes.
Okay.
Surrender yourself to me is the premise.
Wait.
But that's a thing.
Yeah, but it still feels in the spirit.
I'd give Todd that for 3 hours. But beyond that.
Well, you guys all know the story of what happened when I told Dave to do that. I ended up crying.
What did you ask?
Because wasn't he asked you to eat something you didn't
Yeah, we went to Vegas and I was like, you take control, order the food. And then he did. And then he ordered octopus and was like, eat it. And I started crying. And we had to stop immediately.
And he tried to break up with you. And then your little tentacle came out.
Can I tell you a story?
What?
Uh-oh. Get ready, Esther.
Wait, did I already talk about me being an octopus killer?
No.
So I've always had a philosophy, because I find octopus just really intelligent. Their eyes are really complex.
That's why I don't watch
their
that movie.
brains are really complex. I watch The Octopus Teacher. So I've been able to shoot fish, and I feel pretty sad. But I went out diving with someone recently, and I've always seen octopus, and I don't collect them. Is this gonna hurt you?
I want to keep eating it.
Oh,
yeah.
So
Then you like this story. You will love this story.
No, but you already said the thing about
what?
The octopus.
Oh, you're fine. Look,
you're fine.
It's seafood. You're never gonna stop. We know it's your love.
So I'm kind of a hypocrite in that I will shoot fish, but then there's some animals I just don't want to touch, and I want to leave them alone. One of that is octopus. But I went with a really good diver the last time, and he's kind of like an OG, and he was like, hey, you see that right there? And he was pointing at an octopus, and we've been out for 5 hours in the water. I was tired, and I didn't have it in me to be like, well, my philosophy around octopus, I didn't want to be that girl. It was the first time I was diving with him.
Listen,
I really
we all still have pick me in us, okay?
Yeah, I was hardcore pick me. And I was like, I'm not gonna, this guy took me out, he doesn't know me, I want to earn my fucking stripes or whatever. So I got the octopus, and he was like, okay, to kill him, you just have to find their eyeball, and in the water, just kind of, crunch on their head and their eye and kill them, and then they turn white. And
you think because I like eating it, I would like to hear that?
Yeah. Because I caught 2 that day, and they were delicious.
I feel like Vanessa would do that. Todd's mom would be like,
yeah, but you do that, and oh my God, amount of like, I filled up my mask with tears. Like I obviously didn't show him. I was like, yeah, no problem here. And then I put it in the kui, and then I turned around and I just started bawling in the water.
Because you know it was doing like algebra when you did that. It was doing.
It was doing algebra.
How smart are they?
How big was it?
It
It was
big.
about Esther's size.
It was, you know, and
And you put the head in your mouth and killed it with your teeth?
Like this?
Like this? You killed it with your teeth?
I
That's so
did. And
yucky.
it hurt me, but then I was like, I think that's.
Did you eat it?
I was being such a pick me. Of course.
Yeah, you have to eat it after.
Of course. I wasn't just gonna kill it just to kill it. No, like you boil it in beer to soften
What
it
do
up.
I
It's
need
delicious.
to do to get you to kill me a lobster?
When it's lobster season, October, you just have to ask me every day. This was a really cold winter,
You're so
Annie.
high fucking maintenance.
I can't believe
Give it to me, bitch.
you guys, like, the texture of octopus is the most scariest, yuckiest thing to me.
What?
And I can eat scallops. I'm like, cool, you know?
You're talking to a Spanish man, like pulpo in like the north of Spain is literally the most delicious thing you will ever taste.
If there are slugs out there that our team can't eat octopus, please.
Have you ever eaten escargot? Snails?
No.
Good.
We'll have an Esther escargot octopus day.
We will not. That I will put my foot down. You saw
No,
what happened.
I don't care.
I
You're off
cried
the show.
with
You're off the
Dave.
show. 2 against 1.
So unfair.
Look at this. Esther, does this not look good to you?
Are you,
The pulpo?
bro?
It's butter and garlic.
Bro, Esther, this. I'm like,
Oh.
we need Rick now. Rick just comes from the ceiling.
Bro, no. Change
Where
the
did this
subject.
come from?
I don't know. Probably just we're having a loopy day.
Can I just say,
I'm too comfortable.
I don't want to out that we've been together for a long time today,
That's
but
fine.
this happened post-lunch. Something happened when you ate that
Barbecue
lunch.
sauce. The
Got-
barbecue sauce.
Yes.
It turned you bro.
I got comfortable. This is how I talk 3 hours into a hangout.
Okay, bro.
But my friends and I use bro, but it's in an accent. It goes, my bro. Like we do
You're
that.
more, I would take Esther.
I
I
was
take
more
Esther.
Russian.
That's how it's. Well, it's supposed to be. It's my Armenian friend started it, but we all call each other my bro.
I take Esther more as like a he bro, you know? It's like, yeah, I just like, which person in here are you trying to impress with the bro?
No, literally, who would I possibly be trying to impress in this room?
Fancy Pete? I don't know.
True. You got me there.
The new guy?
the new
Richie.
guy. Richie.
Khalyla's
Your barbecue sauce.
wet dream?
I used him as an example. Sorry, Richie. Wait, this is gonna shift the mood a little bit.
Wait, can I tell you guys something?
Yeah.
Okay, so I FaceTime Todd's parents for 4th of July, and Todd was in the other room, and I was like talking to them, and it was great, and I got my time with both of them. Then I was like, all right, bye, and I forgot that they're not my parents, and I forgot to bring Todd the phone to even talk to them.
Wait, really?
I love them so much. I love them. I was like, oh my God, I had to call
They're
them
yours
back and bring
now.
them over there.
No,
I was like, I've fully taken you guys.
What did you guys talk about?
We talk about all stuff. I don't know. I love his parents are the best. They're so awesome.
I will say there is something fun, especially for people like our personality types where we like are kind of little babies.
We love parents. Yeah.
Like about having a new set of parents that you can kind of like show off for. And I just love that. I love like Dave's parents are proud of me. You know, I love that feeling.
It's just, they're so good.
My favorite thing also is to tattle on Dave. I'll be like, well, he did this. And like, yeah, you know, I'm trying to get him to do this. And that's my favorite.
Me and Todd's mom could be like, Todd's got fat. I'll like grab his stomach. She's like, show me.
And like
bullying
earlier
together.
in our relationship, like Dave would like randomly want to have a cigarette and I'd be like, I'll tell your mom. And he'd be like, no. And so then, but now I will say if he wanted to, I would be chill about it.
And then Kate, Todd's older brother's wife, is a slug. And then his younger brother and her wife like watch all of the podcasts, everything.
That's awesome.
But Kate's like a slug, yeah.
Oh my God. Wait, do you know what it's blowing my mind is my niece is 15. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I have a 15-year-old niece.
Well, because my baby niece just turned 11, my first niece. And so she's very close to that. It's going to just happen like that.
Wait, should our nieces do the next Trash Tuesday?
Oh,
Wait, the
so
niece edition?
Yeah, Jules, Rudy is.
Yeah.
I I brought them to my studio, to my Anniewood studio.
What?
Just that we're here again.
What's so funny?
You just had a banana an hour ago.
Who cares?
Esther's like, I haven't eaten a banana in 7 years. You guys are fools.
I'll also do 3 more episodes tonight. Like, let's go.
You're a different kind of lass today.
Should we do another one after this?
The barbecue sauce has gone to her head.
Bro.
Fuck you.
My bro.
You, this is Waffles rule. This is a Waffles rule.
Oh, no, I actually agree.
It's a Waffles rule where it's like you're not aware of what you're doing.
But do you guys understand that the nieces edition
I brought my nieces to the Anniewood
happening.
studio, and it's like there's like barbed wire. Like the outside of the studio is not cute, but the inside is. My nieces go, Auntie, are we in prison? It was so funny. They felt endangered.
Wait, Esther, I came across an article that I think you wrote.
Okay, way to put me on blast.
Is it like, hey, bro, let me tell you about how waffles rule.
But it's an article called "The Case Against Travel," and basically it talks about why do we travel? Do we think we become changed by the experience? Do we travel because we want to be seen as someone who travels? Basically, this writer is like, like people who travel are full of shit, and it's like,
I like this.
yeah, like you seek out new experiences you wouldn't normally seek out if you were home. Like, for example, she talks about someone wanting to go see like a certain type of falcon, like a falconry in like like Abu Dhabi or something like that. And they're like, why are you doing this? Why are you seeking out this thing you wouldn't normally do? Why are you trying to not be yourself right now?
Okay, I have a hot take here.
Okay.
Maybe you're trying to escape yourself.
I actually think that there is so much travel bragging on Instagram that, especially in the summertime, like it has become this like cesspool of people flexing that they travel, and I'm fucking over it. I'm done. Like if you are cool, take a trip and don't post about it. Like, and I love posting. I love Instagram. I love social media, but it's so much flex culture showing off.
Performance.
Or what if someone's looking at that and they go, oh my God, that place is so beautiful. I'd love to have my wedding there.
Okay,
I'm so glad that person posted that picture.
She
that
writes
is
this.
true.
She writes this.
That's possible.
Travel turns us into the worst version of ourselves while convincing us we're at our best.
Well, Esther stays the same worst part of herself. That's
correct.
Esther does not change at
Yeah.
all, except that one trip you went on. Where did you go to Italy or something?
Italy with the hawk.
And I was like, she's so fake. I was like, Esther posing and stuff. And I was like, Esther's next to a statue. What did these girls slip in her drink? Just hot girl stuff?
I guess like when I've traveled, it's usually been because like I'm dating a boy there, and I usually stay like a whole month, so it's not as short term. But I do think you're right about like the whole influencer culture of just getting the whatever it is for the gram that they need, whatever backdrop they need, and then not even like immersing themselves in like anything about like the country, not learning anything.
But I will say, if that is your passion and now I'm going to kind of like contradict what I said slightly. If you are traveling and you're getting the photo, you're getting the shot, and it's like this creative, cool expression, you like taking the pictures, you like whatever, your outfits, like that is different. And I do respect that. And I think that's cool. And I've seen people do that and rock that. And I'm like, oh, I wish I was that. But when it's just like.
Now, when they rock that, do you mean like they're like, yo, bro.
Rock it. Rock it,
You
bro.
gotta try these waffles. They rule.
But like, you guys know what I'm talking about, where it's just like flexing that where
Yes.
they've been.
Okay, I'm gonna counter what you're saying just because let's just let people flex. This is what the
Yeah.
culture is now. This is like how people are making their money. The algorithm's weird. People are like desperate. Just let people like get their hustle on and do what they need to do.
I also believe in that. Okay, but wait, segue into, have you guys heard that like, this is so like naughty to bring up, but that basically like a lot of influencers who are just absolutely gorgeous, who are always traveling, like are confirmed like escorts in Dubai, and like apparently it's not just like normal escorting, but they do like really nasty stuff.
Like what?
I don't know, but I want
So
to
it's
know.
like escort tourism.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What kind of nasty stuff?
I don't know. I was hoping you would know.
No, look, okay, so
She does.
Bro.
my bro, let me tell you. I don't know about like, the Middle East or whatever, but I can say this about very affluent businessmen in the Philippines. They do still, and they still use this term, concubines. And so I don't know about the actual sex that goes on, how crazy it is, wild or whatever, but a lot of these girls are balling out of control. They have mansions. They're usually like the third or fourth like concubine, and they are not allowed. Okay, the rules are this usually from the people that I know. They're not allowed to get pregnant by another man. They are allowed to have boyfriends, but they're not allowed to be public with that boyfriend. But they have everything. They have jet skis. They're like balling out of control.
They got that jet ski pussy.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's the same as like, escort tourism, but I know that there are girls who are lifelong escorts who are living amazing lives. Amazing lives.
That sounds so
And they don't even really need, like most of these men are married, so they maybe like have to have sex with them just sometimes.
It's very part-time, it sounds like.
Yeah, it's
with lots of benefits.
Lots of benefits. Full medical.
Well, okay, also on the travel thing, like
to Cannes, you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cannes is like, I feel like every hot girl who isn't like an established model is probably that, right?
Yeah, I guess that's why I've never been invited.
You don't want to bring your cans to Cannes.
The travel thing though, like, don't you feel a little bit fatigued by like people almost their whole personality is vacationing in Italy for the summer?
I think some people just like to travel though. That's like, you don't like it particularly that much.
I believe that some people like it, but I also believe that there, like this article says, there's a case against it.
Some people make it their entire identity, right? Like that's just what they do.
Like they're in Hawaii all the time.
It's almost like
I wish I could counter and say that I live there, but like I can't even say that.
Yeah.
I live there. But I am there.
Why don't you like traveling, Esther?
First of all, we travel for work, and so
We do travel.
that makes being home feel like extra special and good. I will say when I did go to Italy with my friends, like that was fun and I understood it. I can like it, but I'm not going to become a new, different, fake person when I'm traveling. And so I've learned I'm still
You're going to
me.
be regular old news,
Yeah.
sitting in your room.
I'm still me. I don't really go by the fantasy of like, oh, when I'm in a new place, I'm a whole new person. Sometimes there is that and it's great and it is amazing and it's so valuable. But I feel like we almost overestimate the importance of travel these days. Like I really do. I think it's great. I think it's expanding for your mind. And look, if you love it, if you can afford it, you should do it. But I do think not everyone can afford it, and it's not like you're not living an amazing life if you can't travel. I really believe
that we travel for work is a big thing. And then I think that there is, when you go on vacation, there is like a hustle sometimes to get all these things done. And you're like, I am not relaxing.
Right, like if I'm a person that when I'm in LA and it's a day off, I can maybe accomplish one thing. Why then on a vacation, how am I going to do 4 sightseeing things? Like that's...
And you're tired. You're like,
I'm hot. I'm hungry. I
jet lag.
can't find the coffee shop with the right almond milk. Like it's just...
Are we on almond now?
Almond, it's always changing. It's always changing. Sometimes it's whole milk.
Bro, can you not yell at me?
Bro.
Bro, can you take it down? I know I triggered you. I talked about milks.
Bro.
We're talking about a topic that's already touchy for you. A beautiful vacation. God forbid. The best was just when she went to Japan and there was a joy when you broke your toe. There was a joy you had.
I do need to go. Like I told Dave, like I did not go to Japan.
But I want to go. I really want to go to Japan. Todd and I have that on our list. Todd just got his passport, so now I feel like I really want to take him places. But Todd's not really that into traveling either. He's not like...
You know what else? I go on vacation. I don't feel the magic. I don't feel changed. And then I'm like, is there something wrong with me? Am I broken?
Yes, look at yourself.
And then I feel like...
You take a mirror with you?
I feel like shit. Like I don't see what everyone else is seeing. It makes me think of the Curb Your Enthusiasm where Larry David is looking at the ocean. He's like, I don't get it.
Yeah. Honestly, it's
Like,
taken
yeah.
me years to get into the ocean.
Yeah.
It's taken me so long. I was just like, there's sand, it's hot, I'm wet and hot and
there was
dry
traffic
and-
to get here. Like there's so much friction in any kind of travel or experience. It's sometimes a movie with some popcorn and a soda, sitting at home, playing cards. You can't quite beat those two.
What card games are we playing here? Go Fish?
Uno.
Uno.
Dave is teaching me how to play poker.
We should learn because Todd plays poker all the time. We should
I'm
learn.
learning.
Let's go. I want to play with fucking Jennifer Tilly.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Wait.
right.
I don't think we're ready to go pro.
You guys did not care when I brought that up, and it was upsetting to me. I was like, Jennifer
Oh no,
Tilly,
I
as in,
absolutely, I
you
love
guys,
her.
You swung by the topic. I was like,
I will. Wait, Dave was apparently, when we were in Vegas, he was playing.
does he go to Hustler?
I think so. He goes to, I think so. But so we were in Vegas and I'm going to look up this girl that he was playing with. And I'm like, should we get her on the podcast? She's a professional. First of all, she's hot. And I was like, what the fuck, Dave? She's a professional. Andrea Botes. Is that her? Yes. She's a professional chess player and she's into poker. And she's
wow.
hot.
Todd's always like, you would suck at poker, which makes me want to be good at it.
Oh my god, she's so pretty.
What the fuck, Dave? See, this is what threatens me, a girl who can play chess.
He doesn't care,
No, I
Esther.
know.
That's what everybody's thinking.
Look at how good her chess is.
I saw this thing.
Yeah, you're technically good at chess.
This girl asked this question on TikTok that said, what unserious generational curse are you breaking? And her example, like basically like what your parents did not allow you to do or what your parents did that you would never impose on your children anymore. Like, for example, like for me, I don't think I'm going to force my kids to finish the food on their plate. If they're full, they're full. My parents did not allow me to like leave a morsel, right?
We never left a morsel. There was never a morsel left. We were piggy. They never had to worry about that.
I wasn't allowed to dress myself. Like I would for sure allow my kids to dress themselves.
I am not going to have a little slut-dressed kid. Not a fucking chance. I was a little baby slut, and my kid is going to be after. I'm not going to like force them, but I'm gonna guide them to not dress like a hoe.
How do we do that though?
You
'Cause I-
guys.
We know too much. We've been molested. It's like we know too much. We know.
But
It's
you
not about them.
know that like no matter what you do, it's all going to be a problem. Like we're all going to fuck up our kid in different ways that we were fucked up. Like so I'm kind of like
I love how we're just saying we're going to have kids now because Whitney changed our minds.
I already said I would get knocked up by whoever cream pies me first.
I just
that's
can't
so unfair to
even-
say that while you look.
You know what you should do? You should have them all do the Ookie cookie, and then you just
What's the
shove the
Ookie
cookie where they
cookie?
jerk off on the cookie. and
What?
then just-
What?
What is the Ookie cookie? You can't just gloss. You just swing by it
I'm-
like
Can't just
Jennifer Tilly.
ookie over the ookie
you guys
cookie.
just being so like.
You cannot
on
Jennifer
hip.
Tilly the Ookie.
Guys would jerk off in a circle onto a cookie,
Where has this been a thing?
like summer camp. I don't know.
Annie.
Hold on.
I'm not looking it up. I
Thank
put it
you.
up.
So
Shut up.
you jerk off into a cookie?
They would jerk off in a circle onto a cookie.
Do you eat the cookie or you?
I don't know.
pussy
I was
eat
never
it?
there. I've just only been the cookie.
Okay, and then what happens? How do I do this?
So they jerk off and then you shove the cookie up so then you don't know who the dad is. It's just survival of the fittest chocolate chip.
That's kind of a really cool competition.
I think
Khalyla.
the cookie is the last one to finish has to eat the cookie.
Has to eat the cookie. Oh, that's what it is? You don't jerk off onto it?
You jerk off onto it, but the last person.
You
Pete,
think
why
that?
do you know
didn't look it
this?
up. Notice that there's not even a blinking cursor.
Why
Wow.
does she do
Because
that?
it's a thing.
Pete,
not.
the fact that you didn't have to look this up.
I've heard of it.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Listen, if you want to be a bro, bitch, you need to learn. You just blew it. Your first bro test. You got an F
Wait, I do
for
get
fake.
so triggered when my guy friends are like, "Oh, I guess you're not, and you can't handle guy talk." I'm like, "No, I'll do it. I'll do anything to be a part of guy talk. I want to be a guy, but not like that, you know. Just kind of like for
You're
the-
not a guy.
So is it an Ookie cookie?
A
summer?
guy isn't like vacation's too hard.
Are we doing Russian roulette sperm this summer?
Khalyla,
What?
It's only Russian men.
maybe let's get you pregnant. We'll take you out.
Okay.
We'll get you pregnant.
Okay.
Baste her.
You turkey based me.
I
And
wanna
you know what?
squeeze
Don't
it.
even tell me whose sperm it is.
Mystery cookie.
Just mix it up. Whoever,
That's
just
so funny.
collect,
It's gonna
mix it
come
up,
out.
and then we'll see.
I'll just tell you one thing. It's gonna have half of a green hairy tongue. If I have my say.
Have you guys heard of a grandparents' derby? People are sending
Another thing, Esther's gonna have FOMO that she wasn't invited.
What?
The
basically
grandparents derby and Esther wasn't involved.
like if my dad was alive, I feel like he would be a part of this. But
Do you make them
basically-
run? It's like you make
Yeah,
them...
they do
No,
like-
oh my God, it really is that?
Yeah,
I was
just
kidding.
watch. It's like my dad would do this. I know he would, but it's basically just a geriatric, just running the 100-yard dash.
I don't
think.
want to be betting on people hurting their hips, you know?
I mean, more than just hurting. I mean, it's
It's
probably
bad, and once you break that hip, things get
yeah.
rough.
Esther, here we go. Okay, Hilden, you missed the face plant. You gotta
Okay.
rewind just a little bit.
Yeah.
This is really smart because we need to
There
stay
we go.
active in our
Why
old
does she have a
age.
purse on?
I always tell my parents,
That's
I'm
not
like,
fair. Look at that one guy was like so much.
He was
my parents
really-
need to stay
Oh, fuck.
able-bodied because if they're not useful,
Oh. That
Do-
one woman does not look that old.
yeah.
Do
these-
people bet?
I mean, would you bet on your own parents? I mean, I maybe would. I would
I'm
bet
not
on my
letting
mom.
my dad. My dad is not allowed to run. Okay, no running, dad. Oh, corgi.
Doggy.
What is this?
Ah, I miss Randy.
Yeah, I would bet on
Are
my
you-
mom.
Oh, I thought I was like that one's tiny.
I'm having a crash from the barbecue chicken salad.
You were so high. Remember, I just want everyone to know that she said she could do 5 more episodes.
I cannot have snacks here.
Why don't you eat your
Oh my
first
God, that was so scary. Don't throw it.
You survived it and it didn't hurt you.
It did hurt me.
Look, two.
Khalyla.
Give me yours. Do you have another one?
No, do not.
Half of
Khalyla.
only. Oh, sorry. I'm not assisting, I swear. You
I
guys,
have it
thank
back?
you so much.
Give me, that's my banana. Give it back. I'm setting a boundary. Give me my banana. I have a boundary that I have to throw another banana at you. One more. Come on.
Oh my God, no.
She has to do it in threes. Let's just
God, everybody knows the rule of 3.
Esther, Esther, if you don't do it, something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's bad luck. You're
Three,
gonna
it
have to
has
go on
to be in
vacation.
threes.
You're gonna have to go on vacation.
So perfect at being an older. You guys are such older sisters.
Then you should listen to me, bitch.
No, I want to go home.
Well, I'm trying to end it. You guys, thank you so much for
Your
joining us.
effort. I love your effort today.
Hey, bro. I'm gonna get you.
She's really broing down. What's up? Thanks, bros.
Bros, thank you so much.
Eat
for
a waffle
tuning
for us.
in.
You rule.
Click the subscription link, or what is it? The little
Click the
bell.
bell.
Click the bell. Click the bell. And we will see you next week.
Eat your potassium.
Bitch.
Bro.
Bro.
Bye, bros.